Welcome to Day 52 of Future Business School's Daily MBA series. Today's topic is Globalization and Business, where we'll explore the trends in globalization and how they impact businesses around the world. What is globalization? Globalization refers to the increasing interconnectedness of economies, cultures, and markets across the world. It has accelerated due to advancements in technology, communication, and transportation. Businesses are no longer confined to their domestic markets, but can now operate, source, and sell products globally. Trends in globalization. Technological advancements. The rapid advancement of technology, especially in communication and information sharing, has been a major driver of globalization. E-commerce platforms, cloud computing, and digital payment systems enable even small businesses to reach a global audience. Emerging markets countries like China, India, and Brazil have become key players in the global economy. As their middle class grows, they offer new opportunities for global businesses to expand. Companies that tap into these emerging markets can benefit from high growth potential and a larger customer base. Global supply chains. Globalization has led to complex international supply chains, where raw materials are sourced from one country, manufactured in another, and sold in a third. Companies now rely on suppliers and logistics providers across multiple borders, optimizing costs and production. Free trade agreements. Trade agreements between countries, such as the North American Free Trade Agreement or the European Union's Single Market, have reduced barriers to international trade. These agreements promote the free flow of goods and services, encouraging businesses to expand globally. Rise of multinational corporations. Many companies like Apple, Samsung, and Unilever operate in multiple countries, adapting their products and services to local markets. These multinational corporations play a major role in shaping globalization trends and influencing international business practices. Impacts of globalization on business. Access to new markets. Globalization allows businesses to enter markets beyond their home country, increasing their customer base. Companies can also diversify their operations by serving customers in different regions, reducing dependency on any one market. Cost efficiency. By outsourcing manufacturing or services to countries with lower labor costs, businesses can reduce their production expenses. Global supply chains also allow companies to source cheaper raw materials, ultimately improving profit margins. Increased competition. While globalization opens new markets, it also increases competition. Companies must now compete with international rivals, often with varying regulations and business practices. To stay competitive, businesses must focus on innovation, efficiency, and customer satisfaction. Cultural adaptation. Businesses expanding globally must adapt to cultural differences. What works in one country may not work in another due to different consumer preferences, values, or traditions. Companies must invest in understanding local cultures to succeed in foreign markets. Economic and political risks. Global businesses face risks such as currency fluctuations, political instability, and trade tariffs. A country's economic conditions or changes in government policies can have a direct impact on international business operations. Case studies of globalization in business really bring the concept to life. Let's start with McDonald's global expansion. McDonald's is a prime example of a company that has successfully adapted to globalization. While maintaining its core menu, the fast food giant tailors its offerings to local tastes. In India, for example, McDonald's offers vegetarian options like the Makaloo Tikki burger to cater to local dietary preferences. Another fascinating example is Nike's global supply chain. Nike leverages globalization by outsourcing manufacturing to countries like Vietnam, China, and Indonesia. By doing so, the company can produce its products at lower costs, while also focusing on innovation and marketing in key global markets. However, Nike has faced criticism over labor practices in some countries, highlighting the ethical challenges of globalization. Challenges and opportunities in a globalized business world. Challenges. Regulatory differences. Businesses must comply with different laws and regulations in each country they operate, from labor laws to environmental standards. Supply chain disruptions. Global supply chains are vulnerable to disruptions caused by political unrest, natural disasters, or pandemics, as seen during the COVID-19 pandemic. Cultural missteps. Failing to understand cultural differences can lead to marketing blunders or product failures in international markets. Opportunities innovation. Global competition pushes businesses to innovate faster and stay ahead of international competitors. Talent globalization allows companies to access a diverse and highly skilled talent pool from across the world. Sustainability initiatives. Businesses can work on global sustainability efforts, addressing climate change and reducing their carbon footprint by adopting best practices from various countries. Future trends in globalization. Digital globalization. With the rise of the internet and digital technologies, businesses can operate globally with minimal physical presence. E-commerce platforms, digital marketing, and remote work are transforming how companies expand into new markets without the need for extensive infrastructure. Sustainability and global responsibility. As globalization progresses, businesses will be held accountable for their global impact. There's increasing pressure for companies to adopt sustainable practices, reduce carbon emissions, and ensure ethical labor standards in their global operations. Decoupling of economies. In recent years, there's been a push for decoupling of economies, especially between major powers like the US and China. Some companies may need to reevaluate their supply chains or shift their strategies to reduce reliance on specific countries. Key takeaways. Globalization enables businesses to expand their markets, reduce costs, and access talent. But it also increases competition and introduces risks like regulatory differences and supply chain vulnerabilities. Cultural adaptation and understanding local consumer preferences are essential for success in international markets. Global businesses must navigate ethical challenges such as labor practices and environmental responsibility. The future of globalization will likely see increased focus on digital expansion, sustainability, and shifts in global economic relationships. That concludes Day 52 of the Daily MBA series on globalization and business. As business leaders in an interconnected world, understanding the complexities and opportunities of globalization is critical. Join us tomorrow for more insights into global business trends and entrepreneurship. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Future Business School for more daily business lessons. Make the background music calm.